Tonight, a California dermatologist is accused of poisoning her husband using Drano, and he says he caught it all on a hidden home camera.
You could see her go into the sink and take out a large red bottle and pour a little bit into the cup.
Dr. Emily Yu was arrested last week on suspicion of poisoning her husband, radiologist Dr. Jack Chen, according to the Irvine Police Department. His attorney says Chen was diagnosed with gastritis earlier in the summer and started wondering if it might have a sinister cause.
He also started to notice that there was a chemical taste in what he would make in the morning as a he calls it a tea. It's a hot lemonade.
In July, setting up a camera to see if his suspicions were correct.
So Dr. Yu so knew what his pattern and preferences was and what he did in the morning that she slipped right in and was administering this poison. We don't know for how long she had been doing it.
The request for a restraining order stating the video Chen took, quote, shows me taking a sip of my still hot lemonade, covering my cup with saran wrap, and then of Emily taking the Drano from under the sink, removing the covering to pour the Drano, and then replacing the cellophane. Yu was arrested last week after Chen went to police with video evidence of 3 incidents in July. She was released from custody just 1 day later after posting a bond of $30,000. Chen obtained that temporary restraining order after the arrest, in it claiming Yu and her mother were abusive toward him and their 2 children for years.
It was Dr. Chen getting on video her poisoning him that he finally broke the cycle of violence and said, I'm protecting the kids and me.
In a statement, Yu's attorney saying she denies the attempted poisoning, writing in part, as a well-respected physician, her goal has always been to help people and never to harm people. Accordingly, she also strongly denies her husband's claims of abusing him and their children emotionally and physically, adding they are concerned, quote, false allegations have been made by her husband in an attempt to gain an advantage in his recently filed divorce and custody case against her.
Do you think there's any other way to interpret that video other than what you're saying, the poisoning?
No. 3 times. 3 times captured on video, not just once, 3 times. So this is not a mistake.
Chen and his attorney filing for that divorce the same day they filed for a protective order.
We certainly have to take the shame off of men who are victims of abuse.
And Stephen Romo joins us now. So, Stephen, what comes next for Emily Yu and Jack Chen?
Yeah, well, Chen's lawyer tells us right now they're hoping for charges to actually be brought against Emily. Anything from spousal abuse to attempted murder, but so far the DA has not brought those charges, and her attorney denies any wrongdoing in this case. As for Chen himself, his attorney says he's still recovering from what happened, saying that the throat swelling, irritation, all those stomach issues continue to clear up. Meanwhile, Gotti, their divorce is also still pending.